Grief is their birthday. Ben's birthday is just around the corner, so grief is front and center again. I'm still pondering what to do this year when he should be turning 24, but will still be 22. I'm reflecting on what got me through last year, the first time he wouldn't be here on his birthday. That year I knew I had to do something to acknowledge it. Something that would give me something to do and be a way to celebrate the wonder that he was. I decided to do a goodie bag of some of Ben's favorite things and deliver them to his closest friends. To the people who really got him and appreciated and loved him for who he was. It was the only time I've channeled what I was feeling into doing something. It felt right. I cried many tears as I gathered, made, and assembled the bags. And I made some for friends of mine that had really shown up for me and been so helpful in so many ways. Here's the letter I enclosed to his friends. Hello, friends. When I thought about honoring Ben's birthday without him, I didn't know what to do. And then I realized I wouldn't be the only one thinking about him. His friends might be thinking of him too, remembering cocktails and cake from birthdays past. Ben went for a few years where he didn't celebrate his birthday with friends at all. After we moved to Kits, that changed, as he found so many folks who got him and wanted to celebrate with him. I loved that he wanted to get a cake to share with people. It was such a gift. I can't give him a gift, so I put together some of his accessible favorite things to give to you. In this bag, you'll find some of them. I hope you use them, replace them, drink them, and think of him. Remember something fun you did or something funny he said. He loved you, and I'm so grateful you were part of his life. Here's a few of his favorite things. Some will be in your bag. Birthday cake Oreos. They used to be limited edition and may still be. I spotted them in the store the other day and wanted to add them here. They used to always come out around Ben's birthday. If you have regular Oreos, try them with peanut butter, Skippy, or a healthy, sweeter version. Not natural. It was a Ben fave treat and is delicious. Chocolate chip cookies from Costco. Only the Costco ones would do. They're magical. They freeze great too, so I'd buy a package and freeze them in 4s. That way he wouldn't eat the whole thing in a day. Ahi. This amazing spice base makes many things. All we ever make is guacamole. Mash an avocado and add 2 big spoonfuls. Stir and enjoy. Ben loved his nachos with carefully layered chips and cheese and a big bowl of guac. Cholula green pepper sauce. This is the hot sauce you never knew you needed that you'll never be without. I have no idea where Ben heard about it, maybe from you, but we started buying it at the beginning of COVID. It's a staple now and goes on everything. Pizza, pasta, etc. Delish. The Ben. Ben loved cocktails. He's been our bartender since he was about 14 and would research a new cocktail for every Christmas Eve. We had many, all delicious. When Kathleen came last March, Ben put his foot down and wouldn't bartend for us. We made a deal he'd make one for us and we'd write down the recipe. This one is one he created during COVID. It's delicious. Shake over ice and share with a friend. There's enough for 2. An old-fashioned. One day when I was getting my gin out of the freezer, I found a mason jar with brown liquid in it. I asked Ben what it was, and he said, an old-fashioned. You should always have an old-fashioned in the freezer. So here you go, an old-fashioned for your freezer. If Ben had made it, he would have made simple syrup, but I cheated. He'd have orange to garnish it with as well. There's lots of recipes online you can play with to replace this one. Absinthe. Ben loved the history and mystique of absinthe. Plus, it's delicious. If I could have you over, we'd do the ritual and use Ben's absinthe glasses and sugar spoon. Until then, you can do it at home or use it in many amazing cocktails. It feels fancy and unique, just like him. Tea from La Durée. When we went to Paris a few years ago, La Durée was on Ben's list of places to go. We finally found it at Versailles and got macarons. Delicious. When the tea shop opened on Robson, Kathleen and Ben went for tea. This is the tea they had there, and Ben bought for at home. Best served in a fancy cup and saucer, he figured, so he had to get a teacup from Tiffany to drink it from. There should be enough for 2 tea bags, or your favorite tea diffuser. There are so many things Ben loved. He was amazing at finding high-quality, unique things, some easy to find and some rare, some cheap and some expensive. I'll miss going to him to find what I need. He could always figure out what would be just right. I bet there's some things he introduced you to. I hope you'll continue to use them and think of him. Thank you for accepting him and being his friend. He spent much of his life feeling like an outcast, so people who took the time to get him and enjoy his uniqueness are really important to me. I miss him terribly, and am so grateful we had the amazing life we did while he was here, the ups and the downs. Enjoy these things as he did, and know you made a difference in his life. With love and gratitude, Suzanne. It made sense to me to share my love for him with other people who loved him. I hope as you move on without your loved one, you find ways to honor them, to share what they loved with people who loved them, to remember them, to hold them close, to love them. If you are supporting someone in grief, acknowledging their loved one's birthday is a powerful gift. It shows them you remember and you care. It won't make them sadder. They're already very aware of their loss on and leading up to that day. You'll make them feel seen, and that is a powerful gift. If you're struggling to find your own grief path, please reach out for help. You don't have to do it alone.